And a very, very warm welcome along, everybody. Happy Sunday. Welcome into Food Tubes to Adrian and to Chad Northern. I hope everyone's doing very, very well today. We're going to be running CINCCINO today. Had a little look through the available backports, and this one was just standing out to me. I think, why not CINCCINO? It's a very, very interesting Pokemon from Generation 5. I hope everyone is doing very well. Welcome in, Fakalash. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Couldn't think of a name, so I've just called it Fred. This is what our CINCCINO looks like, though. We are level 5, 22 HP this time. Holding a berry with Rock Blast, Tickle, Tail Slap, and Sing, if I can get my words out. 15 in attack, 12 in defense, 13 in special attack, 12 in special defense, 18 in speed. Yep, we do get a Rock Blast incredibly soon. We technically shouldn't have it, but we do. And the reason we technically shouldn't have it is because Helping Hand is in the Gen 5 learn set. But Helping Hand does nothing in Gen 2. There are no doubles. So we didn't bother backporting that move. So we get Rock Blast, and that just so happens to make Falconer free. Isn't that incredibly convenient? But I don't think we've got any time to waste today, starting a couple of hours later than normal, so we're going to get on with the run. We'll see how we get on throughout the course of this challenge. We are going to be in a little bit of a frustrating start, because we don't have a 100% accurate move, but as soon as we're through Falconer, we shall, of course, be able to get both Mud Slap and Swift on the learn set. And then we'll get Headbutt in the Ilex Forest, and we will be very, very happy. Is my voice a little different? I have moved into my new office, so my sound quality is still not quite where it should be. I hope. Bloody hell, Food Tubes, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. That is very, very kind of you. You have started a hype train. I don't know, I'm speechless. But my audio will probably be a little bit on the wonk until I've managed to get all the settings sorted out on the microphone in the new place. It is definitely a work in progress. But thank you so much, Food Tubes, for the 5 gifted subs. Congratulations to Splorticus, to Yalisha, to Louis Cypher, to Chisler, and to somebody whose name has been cut off by the bottom of the Twitch chat, Goddess Iris 811. Congratulations to all of you. If you are in chat, please do say thank you to Food Tubes. That is very kind of Food Tubes to do that. I will take a critical hit on a multi-hit move. Rival 1, easy as we'd expect. And we are in the fast experience group, so we are going to be rocketing up those levels fairly soon. We shall call the rival triple question mark, as we always do. And then we shall move on towards Violet City. Places to go, people to see. Lots of gym leaders to beat up. I'm going to put Tail Slap in top spot, just because it is stab, so it will do more. I'm very surprised Minccino and CINCCINO are in fast. They feel like they'd be more of a medium-slow kind of Pokemon with those stats. Because we're not getting outsped by anything on this run. Although we are getting every single encounter. That is probably true, actually. It is very similar to Clefairy in Gen 1. That is very kind of you to say, Chad. I'm glad to be able to stream now on Sundays more regularly. I do like the Sunday afternoons. I just had a bit of extra stuff that I needed to do too, so I wasn't able to stream quite when I wanted to. We were in a flood alert yesterday. So I had to move quite a few bits and pieces from downstairs so that if the worst did happen with the flood, nothing and nobody would get damaged. Which Pokemon's the most fun to play with in solo runs? I'd probably say Ursaring. There's a reason I've done it so often. Ursaring or Zangoose. In Gen 2 anyway. Having a rock-type leader at the start of both Kanto and Hoenn means that Zangoose and Ursaring don't quite have the same early start. But both of them are still fun in those games as well. Probably give it to Girafarig for the other gens. Look at that, we've hardly battled at all and we're already level 10 as we're going into Falkner. First gym leader together. Flying type specialist. We've got a rock move. This should be easy. Specific type. Ooh. Normal, water and flying are all good. Water because you get stab surf really on in game. Flying because it's just a strong type anyway. And normal gets access to some of the strongest moves in the game. Well, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs, Food Tubes. I hope you have a wonderful day. Whatever it is you may be up to for the rest of your day, and I'm sure we'll catch up properly very, very soon. I also feel like the ice type is a lot of fun, because it has a lot of drawbacks. But if you can get the right Pokemon with the right stats, then ice is very interesting to play with. Especially with Lance's Pokemon being 4 times weak to ice. Or should I say his ace Pokemon are anyway. Yep, a fast special attacker is definitely what the ice type needs. Welcome in, Jared. I hope you're having a brilliant day today. Game Freak love the slow, bulky ice types when they have 0 reason to be slow or bulky. I'm having a very good day, thank you. Even better now that I am live with all you wonderful people. And it would be even better if Tail Slap didn't miss 3 times in a row. We've got Rock Blast, so there should hopefully be a 1 or 2 shot. Technically a 2 shot, but we'll count it as a 1 shot. We shall now catch our Kenya. If I can spell Kenya anyway. There's not going to be much that can get in the way of CINCCINO here. Can we afford another repel, actually? Yes. Yes, we can. It does learn Mud Slap. It's something it has over Gligar, the ground type. I feel really bad for Gligar. It was screwed over in Gen 2. Oh, we've not spoken to Blooming Kurt, have we? This trainer is so annoying. So we'll just have to get a 4-shot Tail Slap. That's the way to get through him. Yep, going for Swift. It's slightly quicker to go for Swift after you've got an escape rope and a repel, because then you can just go straight in here, have your repel steps. So you don't risk any random encounters. And unfortunately, as great as our speed is, We are never going to outspeed a priority move. Welcome in, Gemma. I hope you have a fantastic time, whatever it is you're doing later today. Also, good news on the video front. Everything for October is now uploaded and ready to go. I have worked my butt off over the last week or so, getting everything done, so all of October's content is sitting on YouTube servers, ready to come out. The first one's out on the 2nd of October. And then we're doing our usual Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Into our next gym. And now, while Rock is super effective against Bug, Swift is doing just the job we need. And it is, of course, over 100% accurate. For it shall never miss. One-shotting that B-drill is a very good sign. I reckon that was a range on the Paris as well. Let's take on Bugsy. Two-shot on the Metapod. Probably a range on the Kakuna there. And we will take advantage of Scyther being quad weak to Rock. Hive badge in 9:48. 2 badges in under 10 minutes. Really good pace so far. Good afternoon, D1. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Trivial rival 2, and we're already level 20. And we're about to get headbutt. And we outspeed everything. So the opponents are now going to have a 30% chance of not even getting an attack off. I'm actually getting cravings to play Gen 5 again. It's been a very long time since I played through Unova. We shall absolutely teach Headbutt. We'll get rid of Tickle. Grab the pair of Ether. And we shall run out of Repel Steps out here. And we will try and find our Abra eventually. There we go. That's not an Abra. That's an Abra. Let's unpause the timer. And let us continue into Goldenrod. A lot of wild encounters here. It's the only thing slowing us down at the moment. Now, unfortunately, we don't learn the punches. So we are not going to be able to have anything from the department store that's useful to us. It would be too OP with them. But then Clefairy learns the punches. Didn't even need to headbutt those Magmar there. Take on the Raichu because it's very good stat experience. Mark's gone down. Let's see about Alan. He goes for Constrict, so that's perfect. Welcome in, Retro Nubs. I hope you're having a brilliant day today. I'm going to do something we never do. I'm going to teach Dig to our challenge running Pokemon. Take care of this motley crew down here so we don't have to do it in the rocket section. I wonder just how many times I'm going to go on Paris and try and dig. We'll plonk Headbutt in top spot now. This is Whitney, third gym leader together today. Normal type specialist just like us. Leads with Clefairy. And that's Whitney done. $15.10 for the plain badge. I've got to be honest, this is playing very much like better Gramble at the moment. We've got all the upsides to Gramble, with none of the downsides. I do like Growlithe. Let's take on the Kimono girls. I doubt it's going to be a one-shot on this Umbreon, but we'll give it a good old try. We flinched it, so it might as well have been a one-shot. One-shotting Vaporeon, though, that's ludicrous. Those evolutions give fantastic experience. One day, I will avoid Psychic Norman. Today is not that day. We've disposed of Derek. Now, unfortunately, we don't learn strength. It would have been a little bit overpowered if we did, I reckon. So I'd have been all for it. But we should be fine with just headbutt. Because, I mean, if we're one-shotting a Noctowl, with how bulky that is, I don't think we have any reason to worry. Favourite shiny design, it's a little bit cliche, but Umbreon is up there. I love that shade of blue with the black. I also think the golden Magikarp is brilliant design. It's been a long while since I've done any shiny hunting, though. A couple of years, in fact, at least. I should get back onto shiny hunting at some point. Why did I just teleport to the exact same tile I was on? Yeah, in the newer games, shiny hunting is very, very easy. Compared to especially Generation 3. Shiny hunting in Gen 3 takes a lot of commitment. Rival 3 time, talking of the number 3. Let's see how we go. We'll dispose of both the Haunter and the Magnemite. And we take a little bit of damage from Water Gun. But that is the only damage we'll take from the rival in this particular battle. Oh, when I shiny hunt, I never lead with a shiny because it slows everything down. And Intimidate. And any of those. Mold Breaker, that's another one. Unnerve. Ditto with Imposter's probably... A shiny Ditto with Imposter actually would be one of the slowest for encounters. Gen 2 had it right with how speedy everything is. It's a large part of the reason why I don't really enjoy Gen 3 and upwards for challenge running. Oh, Gen 4's engine is terrible for how slow it is. You feel like you're waiting a week. Sometimes for a HP bar to drain. Barry's impatient because he's been locked in yet another blooming battle. Morty time. Barry knows how slow battling is in Gen 4, so he's trying his best to speed everything else up because he can't control how slow the battles are. Oh, it turns out we didn't need to either. I should have trusted that our CINCCINO here would one-shot Gengar. Fog Badge 2238. Not bad at all. You are not wrong. Just had to double check we'd picked up both Surf and Strength. Had a moment of panic there that I'd forgotten. We'll be going into the Red Gyarados at level 34. Should hopefully be more than enough. I've got a few Pokemon plushies. They're still all downstairs at the moment. I've got a Teddiursa, obviously. Mimikyu. And others that I am forgetting, because object permanence evidently isn't a thing for me. If something's out of my sight line, I forget it exists. They are just regular old ones. I am far too cheap to get sitting cuties. Whenever I go into the city, though, I try and pick up another one. This is a little independent place. They're fully licensed, but they do sell plushies. Damageless Gyarados is always nice. Now today we are going to be running Hidden Power Fire. That is for Jasmine, for her Steelix and her Magnemite. Even though we've got Dig on the learn set, Dig will probably not do anywhere near enough for Jasmine's Steelix. No, we're not doing price now. Blooming menus. Because we are going all the way back to Olivine now. Grab the secret potion. And into the gym. Nah, Lance will be fine. My plan is to not get hit by Dynamic Punch. Whether it will happen or not is a different matter, but that's absolutely the plan. But you've got to think we've got 95 in attack. We're in the fast experience group. Pink Bow boosted return should absolutely one-shot Lance. And here is Chuck. Forgot his name then for a second. Fighting type specialist, led with Primeape that's gone down. We survived a Dynamic Punch and it was only a single turn confusion. 2631 for the Storm Badge. My first starter was Cyndaquil back in 2001. What was your first starter? My first game was Silver, so I am very much at home in Johto. That did also mean I didn't understand what all the big deal was about when Kanto was accessible in the post-game, because I didn't know it existed in the first blooming place. Honestly, that is fair. I love Venusaur. We've got Venusaur's video coming out next month, actually. It is such a good Pokemon line. And I feel like the reason that Venusaur will never get a regional form is because it's just perfection as it is. And the Mega just makes it even more perfect by virtue of it being the same Pokemon, but better, even better designs. Let's take on Jazz. Here is That Was Jasmine. 2856. Welcome in, Kanbei. I'm glad you painted the face, but what about the fence? You're telling me that the fence is actually painted? Hope you didn't do it yesterday. Right horrible storm over here yesterday. Got in a flood warning and everything. Welcome in, Luke. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. CINCCINO is doing very, very well for itself so far. The way you turn off the alarms is incredibly obtuse, isn't it? Infinite Fusion is a very good way to decompress. Hurts my brain, but if you can understand it, which is more than I'm giving myself credit for, then it is absolutely fun to play. I'm glad that you have managed to put the fence paint on the fence and the face paint hopefully on your face, Kanbei. Fast experience group is ridiculous. We are level 39 already. Be done within the hour and 10 minutes at this rate. I do think the end of the game is going to be a little bit harder than the beginning of the game, but so far I've not really had anything to cause us any trouble. Thank you, Kanbei, for the £5 super chat. Let me just very quickly pause that timer so that I can thank you properly. Oh, you got the Shuckle picture. My favourite. Shuckle, by the way, is one of my favourite shinies. That blue goes really hard on Shuckle. If your fence is full of small holes, is it a sieve? It's either a sieve or trellis. Those of you who are counting how many times I've tried to use Paris for dig in this run, I think we're up to 4 now. Not on the best track record for that. Triple headbutt. Triple one shot. Infinite Fusion hurts my brain. I have learned to understand that that is just not the kind of game that I will ever understand properly. You're not wrong, Comrade Oddball. Shuckle and Delibird have brilliant shinies. That shade of blue is gorgeous. Done it again. Isn't there the website that can simulate infinite fusion Pokemon? So you get some absolutely horrific creations. Oh, don't storm me with Protect. Don't supersonic me. I genuinely wish harm upon Border Douglas. If anyone from YouTube is listening, no, I don't genuinely wish harm upon anybody. That was a joke. Please don't demonetize me. This is all I've got. Aha, we flinched. Are we holding the charcoal? Still probably not the right enough special attack. The right enough, that's terrible English there. Probably not the right amount of special attack in order to defeat Piloswine in one shot, so we'll just go for Headbutt. Yeah, anything with Miltank is wild. Talking to Miltank, another plug, we've got Miltank coming out next month. Finally getting a redo video after 3 years. Price can retire, honestly. Oh my god, we got the encounter. We never get the encounter there. Although I think we are on a high encounter seed today. Which means I can't risk my extra random steps. I'm also having great difficulty with this boulder recently. Because I've cycled back between different controllers recently. Why did I pick up the Nevermelt Ice? Because I've cycled back between controllers, my movement isn't quite as spot on as I'd like it to be. Palette swapping Nidos was a great idea, and I wish they'd have done it for more pairs of Pokemon with the shinies. He likes her. He barely knows her. Aha, movement was good enough there. I just realised we're at 7 badges, aren't we, already? That has flown. We'll do the vitamin shop and then I'm going to take a very quick 3-minute break. I don't know why I call it a very quick 3-minute break. It's 3 minutes. It's always going to last 3 minutes. That is an immutable amount of time. What other garbage don't we need from this bag? I was a little bit concerned there that the results bot wasn't working, but it was just on a go slow. We'll let it off because it's a Sunday. Can we even learn Shadow Ball? No, we can't. Why am I holding on to it? I doubt I'm going to be getting ZA, at least not at launch. It's just not appealing to me. It's taken all the bits of Legends Arceus that I liked and throw them out the window. I hope the gym leaders aren't offended that their TMs are so terrible most of the time that I just sell them for money. Right, so that's the vitamin shop done. We will be consistent and unpause the timer to do our heal. It is 35:46 on the timer and it is 40 minutes past. I shall be back in 3 minutes time for the second part of this challenge, and if we get it done quickly I'll try and get another Pokemon in as well today. So I'll catch you all in 3 minutes. And we are back. Thank you so much for your patience there. Like Nurse Joy says, thank you for waiting. We are going to do everyone's favourite part of the challenge, the radio tower. Aren't we the privileged ones? We get to do all of the radio tower, all for ourselves. Because Lance is off doing his own thing. Tell you one thing that CINCCINO has going for it that's probably going to skew its time in its favour. It doesn't learn a single move via level up. So we don't have any of that menuing to go through with this one. We're just going to expend all of our Swift power points as well now. And depending on what comes first, either Rival 4 or Swift running out of PP, we shall then Teach Return in its place. One-shotting Porygon with Swift is kinda ludicrous. Most Pokemon where we use Swift on that Porygon, it's a two-shot. Ooh, but it isn't a one-shot on these coughing, right. Throws a little bit of a spanner in the works. Porygon got such unfair flack for that in the anime. Considering it was actually Pikachu that caused all the flashing. Goodbye to Golbat. Goodbye to Magnemite. They were banished because of Suckachu. In the voiceover, actually, for one of the Gen 1 starters, I say how much I despise the Pikachu line. They were Porygon, you're not wrong. And so Pikachu is not included in the Gen 1 starters arc that we're doing. I shall plonk the first video from that. So, Staraptor is the first video coming out. I'll plonk that on HM Friends only on Monday or Tuesday. And then we'll do our regular, when one video comes out, HM Friends get the next video kind of thing that we do. I've already done Pikachu many, many times. I haven't done it with the Unbound rule set, though. The less said about that rat, the better. I genuinely do not know if there is a single Pokemon that's going to cause us problems now. At least up until Red. Maybe Blue's Rhydon, actually. So this could actually be a Pokemon where Hidden Power Water is a sensible idea. Because we've got Dig for the Magnemite line, and for any ghosts. Oh, bloomin' heck. I think that's the first time I've ever forgotten the card key. I'll hope it's a shower as well for you, Cambo. Ever since I've added the auto-splitting, for some reason, the main script is just ignoring Team 11212. I shall try adding it back in after the stream. Though, because it's Python, and I'm still not confident with Python, I've just not closed the script since restarting my PC. So, like, it's working now. I don't want to worry about it. It should hopefully only be a couple of line fix. I just hard-coded you in as hopefully the only ever member of Team 11212, but I'll do it the other way. And it will just constantly pick you and see that the list is empty and keep repicking you. I will be shocked if I ever get another member of Team 11212. I was shocked that a single member created Team 11212. We one-shot Seedra, that means we will one-shot all of Claire's Dragonair. Especially because after this battle, Return will hopefully get to max power. Claire time. Might even be 51 for Claire. For her Kingdra. One-shotting all of her Pokemon there is ridiculous. Not quite sub 45 minute Claire, but we are getting sub 50 minute Claire with only 22 seconds into the 45 minute there. Phenomenal Pokemon. CINCCINO is mostly stats power creep, but most backports do show power creep with moves. CINCCINO's actually got a very limited learn set, even for a Gen 2 normal type. Temptation to run this with Hidden Power Water as well. is very high. Fine, I'll take the long route. I need to get some movement practice in at some point. Yeah, the min-maxing of BSTs definitely has gotten more ridiculous as gens go on. As it stands, CINCCINO's relatively balanced, but it is still very much skewed towards a fast physical attacker. That can one-shot a Feraligatr. Four full restores acquired. Let's take on Will. Johto Pokemon are definitely jack of all trades, master of none, which absolutely has its place, especially with solo running. Knowing that I can pivot to a special attack if I need to on a mostly physical attacking Pokemon is fantastic. Yeah, the physical special split definitely allowed for more min-maxing. Bruno's next. There's our guaranteed Mach Punch damage. We have been sand attacked. Welcome back, Chad. We have felt unstoppable so far. We're one-shotting the Dragonite. Look at that. 51.38 through Lance. Our fastest ever streamed Lance split. Not even close. We are in a whole new minute barrier here. Right. No pressure then. Let's carry on. I am starting to wish I'd put Hidden Power Water on this thing, though. For Blue's Ride On. Let's take on Surge. Just chewing through the steel of Magneton there. Like it was nobody's business. I doubt it's going to happen, but I would love to get Sub-Hour Misty on stream today. I also love how we more than comfortably outspeed all of Red's team even right now. I think we've outsped since we used the rare candies in the league, actually. Fast Janine. If I could redo the BST of one Evo line, which would I do and how? Ooh. Well, that's a good question. Leave that one with me. Gut Instinct, though, says something like Sneasel Weavile in Gen 2. Because it needs something. Make it a fast special attacker. And it would demolish Gen 2. Welcome in, Daniel. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Yeah, a lot of the bulky ice types are very too squishy. Just got done mowing the backyard, rather you than me, honestly. We're not quite getting sub-hour Misty, but we're getting bloody close to it. This is a Generation 5 Pokemon. And a very good Pokemon indeed. Into Brock's gym. I'd actually give Lapras a little bit more speed. I think that's Lapras's main downfall. We'll just crit the Omastar. That deals with that problem. I also feel like Kingdra would benefit from actually being a bit min-maxed. As great as the variety is for a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon, Kingdra really suffers. Especially with it only ever being the second ever fully evolved dragon. Yeah, make it the special counterpart to Dragonite. That would be fantastic. Herein lies an issue for CINCCINO. No, you're supposed to use Rain Dance. I really want to run this thing with Hidden Power Water now. Hidden Power Water would solve the issues we're facing. And he crit. We do need more legendary bug types. Getting a little bit tilted at this one, I've got to be honest. It's not even a secret potion, it's just Rhydons like that. Big, it's bulky, we don't have a fighting type move. And because he's got Earthquake, Dig isn't particularly viable. Well, we know Pichu's going to be irrelevant. Espeon's gone. This thing uses Amnesia. Or we could just crit it. Whew. That was a lucky red battle. I have put the wrong thing there, that is a lie. That's more like it. 109.34, 6th place on stream. Yeah, overall 6th as well. I really want to run this thing with Hidden Power Water now. What's the time? 20 past 6. I've probably not got time today though, unfortunately. But I reckon on our next Sunday stream, we shall come back and do another CINCCINO. But I really need to get some food in me now. I shall be back possibly tomorrow, if not early next week, with yet more fun and yet more challenges. I hope you've all had a wonderful day today. Thank you so much to Kambe for the £5 super chat and to FoodTubes for the 5 gifted subs over on Twitch. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful... It's going to be regular from now on, the Sunday slot. Probably 2 PM as opposed to the 4 PM slot, so that I can go a bit longer. But it should at the very least be every other Sunday going forward. If not every Sunday, providing I'm awake. Right, you all have a wonderful day, and I will catch you all very, very soon. Thank you all for watching, everybody.